Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B Investing in BI, and we've got all kinds of drama, all kinds of rumors since the announcement that Sam Bankman has been arrested in the Bahamas. Altcoin Daily posts, can anyone confirm Caroline Ellison, CEO of Alameda, she's still living freely in NYC? We don't know. Hopefully someone can confirm. Let's refresh the page to get updated replies. Let's take a look. And while having HSV and other STDs based on her published profiles on hookup apps, I mean, that could be her, but it doesn't. I don't think it is, just because they could have showed a picture of her and they didn't. And I don't think she's 27. She's like 29, I think. But you know, HSV, man. She got both of them. But we'll leave that at that. Let's see. And of course, in these areas, Saturday or Sunday, I can look for it. So we got a guy saying that he's gonna go wandering around looking for her. I don't think he should do stuff like that, but you know, free world, I guess. Goblin mode. I think I can see her FBI badge poking out of her wallet. That's another one of the rumors that popped up when this picture originally was posted like a week or so ago, like a week ago, I think. Yeah, she was spotted in New York City, not in any kind of custody. And the employee, the manager, I think there, had confirmed that it was her. She grabbed a cup of coffee and that was that. Some people said in the full image, it looked like there might have been like FBI agents with her, but no way to confirm that. There was never any confirmation of that. But yeah, things are going to get a bit crazy. So there's all kinds of rumors saying that she had been meeting with the FBI and that's why she was at this coffee shop, and that there's an FBI building near this coffee shop that she was seen at. I think even Altcoin Daily confirmed that there was an FBI office nearby. Maybe she was at that meeting with the FBI grabbing some coffee before she went in. We don't know. There isn't any news of her being arrested, although you would think she probably committed more crimes than SBF did. She was doing all the risky stuff, the money transferring, the loaning, all that kind of stuff. So maybe it was in her best interest to do one of two things: shut up, which she did, or work with the FBI, cut herself a deal, testify against SBF and anybody else they've got their targets set on, and work with the government and go that route. Because, you know, one, law enforcement, especially federal law enforcement, they are more likely and more willing to work with female criminals. They get less time. They're easier to deal with, easier to convince, or manipulate. That's just been culture in America since, you know, the beginning. So I'm not shocked if that is, you know, found out to be true, that she's working with the FBI. I mean, it makes sense. I'm not going to sit here and say that she is, because I don't know. But it makes sense that she would be working with him. But a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, this arrest is BS. They're, you know, the deep state, if you will, is trying to protect all of the people that he donated to, and they arrested him so that he can't testify at tomorrow's hearing. There was a Senate, I think it was Senate Finance Committee hearing. He was supposed to testify along with a number of other people, the current CEO of FTX, amongst other folks. Are going to be testifying about FTX and the collapse, and, you know, kind of combing through and just talking through all this stuff. Historically, when you get called by these committees, whether it's, you know, Senate or House, it's usually a show. They do this for show, for, you know, political show. Because typically, if there is a crime that's happened and there's something that needs to be talked about, usually it's the DOJ that's doing the talking. When they don't have evidence and they want to create a circus or embarrass They typically do these open hearings like this. They kind of sit you down, put you in the hot seat, shame you. They put you on record, and they have you talking for hours. So you're on record just making statements. And I don't think you get to sit with a lawyer and work and talk through the lawyer. The lawyers can coach you ahead of time, and then you go in and you're on your own. That's why these hearings are so tough, because you don't get that legal representation in real time. You do get to take a break, and when you take breaks, it almost works like boxing. They've done this with Donald Trump and people connected to him to try to embarrass him and make him look bad in the public eye. That's what these things are for. That's what they were going to try to do. They're saying that SBF was unwilling to ever accept the service of the subpoena to appear. So that was something that I did not know. Let's take a look at this article. This is posted by a Fox Business journalist and a producer. They have a decent following. They're not, leftist media that's ignoring the Twitter file stories, so we can somewhat trust this person. But let's take a look. Brown Toomey statement on Bankman-Fried's refusal to testify. Washington, D.C. today, U.S. Senator Rod Brown, Democrat Ohio, and chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, and U.S. Senator Pat Toomey, Republican, Pennsylvania, ranking members of the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, released the following statement regarding the committee's request that Sam Bankman-Fried testify on FTX collapse this week on December 20th, 2022. Virtually every CEO, financial regulator, and administration official for Republicans and Democrats has agreed to testify in front of both Senate and House when called upon. This is how congressional oversight works. We have offered Sam Bankman-Fried 2 different dates for providing testimony before the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee, and are willing to accommodate virtual testimony. He has declined in an unprecedented abdication of accountability, says Senator Brown and Toomey. Given that Bankman-Fried's counsel has stated they are unwilling to accept service for a subpoena, we will continue to work to have him appear before the committee. He owes the American people an explanation. So they're going to continue on trying to get him in the hot seat, but he's in jail, so I don't know how successful they're going to be. I'm guessing they're going to start the extradition process tomorrow, maybe. The indictment is sealed, although we do have a leak from the New York Times, I believe. Let's see if we can see what the charges are. He's arrested in the Bahamas. They want to pop up my... Man, I really, really dislike the New York Times. Really dislike them. Ugh. Let me find another source. So they're saying conspiracy to commit wire fraud, securities fraud, amongst other things. Let's use a Twitter source, I guess, since I don't like media. Breaking: SBS has been charged with wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, and money laundering, per New York Times, which is a doo-doo rag. They have some kind of source saying these are the things that he's being charged with. We won't know until the indictment's unsealed, and we'll see if the source is legitimate. We have somebody saying here that wire fraud is up to 20 years, securities fraud is up to 20, money laundering up to 20. So he's got dupes on those charges. He's got that charge, then plus conspiracy. Keywords here, up to 20 years. He will do 1 to 3 years max on good behavior. His lawyers will cut a deal where he pays people back for a lifetime and can never do business in crypto or stocks ever again. He should do at least 10 years, in my opinion, but he won't. That's the U.S. court. Seems pretty confident. I mean, if that happened and he got 1 to 3 years and he got all this restitution and He's banned from finance, the finance industry, fintech, all that. I wouldn't be shocked. But I feel like either this is going to happen or they're going to nail this guy to the wall as an example of what not to do. The problem is going to be unraveling the money laundering and where the money went. We already know where the money went. It's just a matter of, does the American federal agencies want to expose where the money went? And I think that's where it's going to get sticky. I think that's where a lot of people believe in the conspiracy that this was all so that he would be able to testify in court. So it just depends. What do you guys think? Jump in the comment section. Let me know. Wire fraud conspiracy, probably 40 years for each. So, it said he's facing up to life. He can easily get life if he gets hit with all those charges and faces maxes, but he won't. He's not going to get life. He'll get a handful of years, in my opinion, maybe like 5 years. He'll serve, 80%, might get out early on good behavior or something like that. But I don't think he's going to get anywhere near life. I don't think he's going to do anywhere near 20 years. I just don't feel that they're going to do that to him for the obvious reasons I'm not going to say. But if Kanye was here, he would probably say it. Yeah, but that's what we got here for you on the news and speculation around SBF. What will happen tomorrow? The indictment being unsealed. Will it be unsealed? Will we get to see any additional information, any shocks, any surprises? What will happen at the committee tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you for checking out the channel. Hit that like, hit the share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.